Landwalker, and hopefully this little hiccup has been resolved here. Apparently, when the Streamlabs update operated on my software, it neglected to remember that I was telling it to run the thing as an administrator so I could actually put the game on the screen. So I apologize for any temporary interruptions here, and I shall begin again. Ordinarily, I'm streaming the Romulan adventure of Tel-El through the campaign of Star Trek Online, but just yesterday or the day before, time starts blurring together after a while, they dropped a new episode into the game, possibly two, I'm not entirely sure, which is continuing the Year of the Klingon. Year of the Klingon was announced some months ago, where they were going to concentrate a lot on Klingon content and advance the whole Ula thing with that they've been having the back burner ever since the Age of Discovery expansion hit. Calling it an expansion is kind of probably too much. Episode arc, perhaps, would be better. And I thought that since I was in a decent interlude point for Tel-El, that I would spend this evening doing the new content for the first time, I might add, so you'll be seeing my reactions live as it happens. Be afraid. So I'm going to introduce you to my character, Huxley. The name's kind of a throwback to something I'd read once. We'll see how many people can remember this far back. Days of Dragon magazine, or Dungeons and Dragons. There was an editor's note or a letter to the editor or something along those lines. They had this really bad joke kind of thing, I suppose, that stuck with me, where there was a character who, and they had it on printed label here, I guess, and someone looked at the name and goes, "How do you pronounce that name?" And the player said, "Just like it's spelled." Yeah, I was amused by that, so that kind of always stuck with me, and when Age of Discovery landed, I decided I would make a character with that name. As you can see, this is... Oh, actually, maybe you can't see. I'll just zoom in. As you can see, this is an alien gen character as opposed to any standard species. Gave him a bit of the dreadlock look, but alien, kind of alien face. Well, Star Trek alien. You know how it goes. Rubber foreheads. And while I could have kept them all in their Discovery era uniforms, I decided instead to make uniforms that paid homage up to the Discovery era. That made a certain amount of sense to me for the character. So we're going to go in game now, and we'll see where I left this character way back when. You see, he's a commander, level 24, so he's pretty low level compared to where Tel-El is at right now. And the reason for that is I decided that he would be my quote-unquote viewpoint character for Age of Discovery related content.
Ah, I have discovered the location of the
Not yet, we'll get to that. So this character went through the Age of Discovery missions, obviously, as a Discovery era character, and did all the Ula related content as we went along. Again, no big surprise
We have
there.
a diplomatic mission for you.
No, I don't want to talk to the Queen either. Gee, why do these people keep bugging me? Probably because they're related to the whole big arc. Never mind. In any event, I eventually kitted him out into one of the event ships that I'd picked up, this Vulcan scout ship. and I named it the Soval, based on a Vulcan character from Star Trek Enterprise. He was a stick in the mud for most of Star Trek Enterprise, but he softened up dramatically as the series came to its conclusion. Now, the character, like I said, has gone through a bunch of stuff involving Discovery, and some stuff, if you haven't seen Discovery, may seem kind of confusing. The upshot here is Jutsi and his crew found themselves in a situation where one of the heads of House Mokai, named Jaula, managed to do a bit of an information raid and was instrumental in creating a weapon that could, and did, blow up large amounts of territory, like, say, Starbase 1. Unfortunately, that little event threw Jaula and Jutsi, yeah, even I can't pronounce it, I have a different pronunciation every time, got thrown into the future of 2409. And ever since, he's kind of been playing catch-up, interacting with holograms of Discovery-era characters, getting involved with closing mycelial rifts, which apparently is a part of the toys that Jaula took with her in the future. That her weapon would open these rifts to something called the mycelial realm, which is somehow tied in a kind of almost microscopic manner to all life. And if you happen to do a lot of damage to the mycelial realm, you would do a lot of damage to every living creature. So you could potentially kill everybody by messing around with this realm too much. Microscopic entities, bound to all life. I guess if you want to really look at it, the mycelial realm is Star Trek's version of midichlorians. Yeah, I went there. We're not going to worry about that aspect of things. What we're going to do is bring you up to speed on the current events. With the previous episodes that came out, which began the year of the Klingon, Jaula decided to demand to be heard at the Great Hall of Kronos to address the head of houses of the Klingon Empire, and more or less called out Jimpak, the current High Chancellor. She did seem like she had a bit of respect for ex-Chancellor Martok, who I'm not going to even get into how he's around. I'll go into that when we start going through the Romulan arc. The Romulan Republic character goes through those arcs. That's just way too involved backstory. In any event, it did not go well. Jaula escaped, however, and started making attacks on Klingon worlds, and her appeal did not go completely unheard. A number of houses decided, hey, this is a pretty good deal. Let's get in on this. And, well, we have a Klingon civil war more or less kicking off. Still, it looked like we might have control over it when Jaula was cracked down into Khitomer. And that's where things started going bad. Turns out that some of the atrocities that she was recently accused of were being carried out by her second in command. Or so she claims. Her trustworthiness is still an open question. A very open question. So, the next step there was to try to get her. Well, they had to stop the second in command, Akar, who is incidentally apparently an ancestor of the late Chancellor Gowron, who was a chancellor for a good chunk of the later end of the Next Generation era. And then Jimpak showed up and things became a mess. He started using the weapon that Akar gave him. Yeah, Akar kind of backstabbed Ula and took the weapon with him. And Timpok doesn't have a problem using the weapon if it works for him. And the best way to deal with problems like, people saying that he's been using this stuff is to basically accuse them all of being traitors and have them hunted. Which brings us to where we are now. The commander and his crew are now effectively enemies of just about everybody. The Dominion, the Federation, the Klingon Empire, the Romulan Republic. Nope, and the worst part is one of our few allies is House Mokai, and specifically Ula. So yeah, that's the thing. So we are going to be contacted by Ula's current second in command, for lack of a better phrase. Well, first what I'll do is I'll grab these duty officer missions I've got sitting here. Anything to bump my XP up a little bit. I might even be able to get another level out of this if things go well.
Congratulations, Commander.
Oh, a new officer. Awesome. You'll notice in my ship list here, I've got a hologram of Commander Spock. He's kind of there because he's, well, honestly, he's just filling a spot. So I am inclined to take whoever it is and grab the science out. How appropriate. Yes, I am going to grab the Klingon science officer. But we're not going to have her involved right now because then I have to get her uniform all set up. I'm going to rename the character though because, yeah, Karuno, that feels like a Klingon kind of name. We'll deal with the rebuilding the character entirely at a future date. What this means, however, is that I can go into my stations and kick out Spock hologram and put new girl in the list. For skills, well, Huxley is a tactical captain, so which is kind of borne out by the large amount of tactical skills he's gotten there. And oh, it looks like he'll get a ground point as well as a space point for commander. We're going to go hard on let's see. We'll energize the whole plating. Go with that. And for the ground skill, I've been going hard on the shielding, but we're done with shields now, so now it's time to look for something else. We'll start going with the guns proficiency. And for training, just for giggles, we'll do target optics 3. Not that he's likely to ever use the tactical training manuals, well, create them, but having the option there is always a comfort. Alright, that's all the lead-in. Let's take a look at the episode Partisans.
Ah, I have discovered the location of the evidence we need to clear our names. Obtaining that data, however, will be difficult. For one, it is stored in a secure facility in the Gorath system. For another, it is held within a system that utilizes cutting-edge data security. Security that goes even beyond my abilities. Fortunately, I happen to know a very talented specialist that can assist us. For the right price. I've arranged a meeting at Shangdu on Nimbus 3.
Oh,
Meet me
Shangdu.
there, and bring old Martok with you. We can always use some extra muscle.
Yeah, Detpa is the current, I guess for lack of a better term, spy master for Ula. The Shangdu bar in Nimbus 3. Man, I don't think this character's actually been there either, so this is going to be really entertaining. Okay, let's see. Where are we and where's Nimbus? that's a long way away. We're going to use the transwarp feature here so that I don't inflict huge amounts of travel time upon you. You already had to put up with my monologuing for the first 15 minutes here, plus the little...
On a forgotten world, a shadow of great evil lurks, waiting for the chance to strike. The truth behind the destruction of the Romulus system may be the harbinger of the greatest threat the Federation has ever faced.
So here we are, the planet of galactic peace. Beginning the episode. I guess this will take us automatically to Shangdu. Now, my bridge crew is mostly human, but thanks to one of the previous episodes, I actually have an Alachi as a bridge officer. Yeah. That good thing my Romulan character hasn't done that mission yet, because he's likely to not deal with that sort of thing very well. But Commander Hutsi, on the other hand, he has no psychological issues against the Alachi at the moment, so let us beam down, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be only one episode. So perhaps this will also go back to doing the, well, I suppose I could always try that widening gyre event.
It smells like violence and vice. I can see why Alan Paw enjoys it.
Yeah, this ain't exactly Orisa.
Indeed. This place doesn't hide its purpose behind smiling, half-naked fools and manufactured weather. But enough of that. We need to consider who we're working with and where she's leading us.
You know, the voice volume in this episode is really low. I mean, in comparison with just about every other episode, you can barely hear them talking.
She is Mokai. Only an idiot would not be concerned about her intentions. It is no secret how I feel about Jempak, especially after everything that has happened. But I find myself thinking, we may be replacing one tyrant with another. Should that prove to be the case, I will not hesitate to end Jaula's reign as well, even if it means being the Chancellor again.
Yeah, Martok wasn't thrilled about being made Chancellor in the first place, so that's probably one of the main reasons why he was just fine not taking over again when he came back from the presumed dead. But, on the other hand, he's probably one of the better choices out there.
Ah! Do the job for a day. Let's see if you say the same thing afterward. For now, let's find this witch of Nimbus 3 and see what sort of criminal mischief she's conjured up for us.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, alright. He doesn't want to see half-naked fools. He may be in for a surprise. I've been here before. You and I, we've been through this on the stream here. We know what is going to be inside. Hi, Bouncer.
Welcome to Shangdu, an entertainment experience unlike any other. Brought to you by Madron Enterprises.
Oh, no.
Would you like to hear about our drink specials?
It looks like Madron will continue to be a pain in our tuchus, even all the way up to this episode. I look forward to having the Romulan character getting this far up later on. We've seen a Klingon woman in here.
Why, yes, I saw a particularly fearsome-looking Klingon woman arrive earlier. She wasn't interested in the drink specials either.
Yeah, big shock.
This is normally where I'd expect a little compensation for letting you cut to the head of the line, but I can see you're not in the mood for a shakedown, so please, go on in and enjoy your Shangdu experience.
Thank you. Yeah, rough break, Martok. Looks like things haven't changed much here. Let's see, there's people to talk to all over the place here, so why don't we hop over this way?
Okay, you. Listen, I need you to do something a little better with these ruffians.
Yeah, they're not really that going on.
I don't know what's going on. Something wrong with your eyes.
And I've got the voice volume at 100% and the music volume 25%. It might be potentially an ambient volume. I kind of want to say it's Vulcan TV, but sure.
See? I told you. Catch close, fast, no chaos. One shot of the best fly in our house. Hey, you real upstanding citizen. Hope you played your Klingon.
You know, the best part about being here is talking with the individuals around here before you go talking to whatever contacts you want to find.
Now it's real. Whoever you are, trying to close. Ice is full of them. Look, I haven't been there since the Iconians hit my planet. Unless you got a nice hit of oxygen for me to numb the pain. Please, just leave me alone.
Yeah, drugged up out of his mind. Let's see what else is around. I see that we've got a couple of people here on the. Let's get to the person upstairs first. That might be more interesting. We'll come back down to the bar momentarily. Oh, good. We'll have a chat with the Gorn. And I see they've. No, not the Gorn. Someone else here. And looks like they've got the arena back. Don't know if there's anything going on in here at the moment. Well, if he's going to take this one the wrong way.
A bit too rough for my taste. Male or female? Afraid I haven't seen anything recently. But if you change your mind,
Yeah, starship captains are always getting it on. Even though he's technically not a captain, but you know, we overlook these details. Morn! What's Morn doing here? This isn't DS9. I guess wherever there's a bar, you will find Morn. Yeah, that went as well as I expected. I wonder how he'd react if someone had done the DS9 stuff.
Something you need, friend. I don't like to look at you. You best step away before I get angry. I've been the tough. I've got a Federation death sentence for that. So, you don't want me getting angry.
Yeah, somehow I think if you'd been to Telos 4, you wouldn't have actually gotten off the planet. Okay, well, we are not doing well with our poking around. And apparently when you talk to someone else before I'm allowed up here, even though you know, I'll be able to walk up there with nobody doing a thing. Whatever they consider security around here, needs some serious work. That was a VIP area.
Help you with something, stranger?
Friendly patron. Oh, that's a promising sign.
As a matter of fact, I have. She's over in the VIP section with some rough customers. Syndicate violence. Saw her kick some fella in his kindergarten rock. Found out the hard way it ain't wise to rile up the Klingon. Just tread lightly.
Yeah. I'm guessing that that bar is going to be... Well, then again, she's the one who chose a place of location. She said we had to... I mean, we could have gone to the City of Paradise, but no. She had to insist on being here, so it's hard for me to have too much sympathy. Up and there she is, right this second. I like how they didn't actually show the location for her interaction until I got closer. And it looks like she's got a bit of a team here too.
And here they are at last. Distracted by the local talent.
And this lack of vocal volume is really annoying.
Ha! This place isn't as wild as it used to be.
Almost better off for me reading the dialogue back.
Speaking of the scene, introductions are important. This is Bob, Captain of the Cold Star.
Reputation precedes you. I have to say, I've never done business with a hero.
He's a little bit better.
That'll be interesting, at least.
Yeah, hopefully not that interesting.
Couldn't agree with you more. The surly, well-armed Orion next to me is Klingon, and the esteemed daughter of Eartha is Wilkins, our information specialist.
Maybe
Hear that, Klingon? Hold us ladies. I like them already. I'll bet she does. I'm an y'all behind. Especially if you're looking to acquire some very security, come some very empire we all know and love. I gotta say, you do pretty smooth.
I think you hit
Both
the top.
hands on my feet if I need them. Relax. Our mutual friend the witch here wouldn't have set up this little collab if she didn't think I was the right gal for the job. I'll get you. Picking up a lot of EM interference. Getting some sort of disruption. Continue to develop.
Looks like they're onto us. No contact with the ship. Comms are jammed. Yeah, we're in a bad situation. Weapons out, and try to get out of here before, you know, a large amount of angry Klingons. Unfortunately, large amounts of Klingons have moved in. No, wait. No, those are Romulan Republic. Oh great, it's another riot. This place does not know how to... I bet we hear about this from Nadarim someday. Oh great, even the dancers are getting into the act by throwing grenades. What is it about this place that attracts firefights on a regular basis?
The battle is all but won. Keep fighting.
Looks like an orphanage.
I wonder who that could be. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Yep.
Having a little trouble contacting your ship. No transporter waiting to bring you up? You can thank me for that, friend. Chancellor Jimpa has placed a bounty on your head. And no slacking on the fire small. That kind of possible lie. I simply had to turn you in to you guys. What Ferengi in their right mind wouldn't?
Yeah, I think you made a bad
As
bet.
far as I'm concerned, the wrong Klingons are about to set sail for Snowball or Valhalla, or wherever they go when they die. I'm afraid I'm not an authority on the Klingon afterlife.
Yeah,
I
think
think I'm going to agree to disagree with you on that. Try not to hold it against me. After all, it's just business.
yeah. Oh, more fun coming in. Nausicaan mercenaries. Yeah, we're going to want to get out of here fairly soon because if nothing else, we got to get out of the range of the, whatever's jamming our signals. Good news is they're beaming in, they're getting cut down pretty fast. beam them down all at once, they might have had a chance. But beaming them down 3 at a time or so.
He's sending mercenaries after us.
Yeah, maybe he's desperate. I noticed that Morn is still sitting in the bar after all of this.
Only way we're getting out of here fast is by getting the bypass codes from him.
Great. Where is it?
Matter of fact, I do. The little darling's hiding in the arena.
The arena. Well.
You mind taking that field down? I got a splinter in my hacking finger.
Now I'm suspicious. Don't have time for that, however. Madron, oh, there he is, and look, he's in his own little cell. Which admittedly is going to make it difficult to shoot him.
You are my nemesis, my tormentor, the Odo to my Clark.
Have we
This
met?
time, though, I'm going to be rid of you at last. There's no way you will bypass my disruption field and beam out to safety. Yes, that little challenge is beyond even your skill, nemesis.
Yeah. You know how this ends? It doesn't end well for you. Give it up.
I think not. As soon as the Klingons and I settle that minor disagreement over my pay, I'll let them resume their hunt and finish you off once and for all.
Yeah, that's not
Surrender
happening.
if we can get past that personal shield of yours. There's no way we're knocking it down with our weapons. We can sabotage the generators that are powering the shield.
That sounds nice. Of course, if we could sabotage generators, then I would think that we could also,
How about your little notebook? They might sting.
oh good, these guys. Ah, there's the control panel. Thought I'd take care of that while the others are blasting those things to bits. Okay, so this is a little more complicated, folks. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to fry these guys before I can do it. Oh great, slumps right down in front of the terminal. He's hoping he spawns early on. Time to start making use of some of these capabilities. Oh good, more. Okay, maybe I'll... Nope. Well, maybe I'll be lucky and my team keep the aggro off me while I take care of this generator. For all I know, they're going to keep spawning until I get it turned off. Here we go. Number 2 is down. Let's see if any more beaming after this crew. Yep, that seems to be the essential point here.
It's time to release the house.
Okay, I'll give him credit for using that phrase. Okay, let's see if I can deactivate this while the team deals with the trouble. You have to drag him here, Martok? Seriously? Okay, that's another one down. And yeah, it is looking more and more like that I have to turn the thing off before I can rely on, stopping the constant flow of transporters. Okay, let's try to help myself out here. Guys, stand over there and job. let the aggro go in a direction that's far away from where I'm standing. And that's that. So let's finish off the Great Apes.
No, no, no! Shield's losing power! Trust them, Squammas! Trust them!
Okay. I think he's just toppled, what's his name, the Undying, Hassan. Hassan didn't have dinosaurs. Of course, Madron has been around. If I recall correctly, he has been known to bob over the Delta Quadrant. So I guess it makes a certain amount of sense that he would have access to some of the Both biotech. Although how he managed to get that, I'm not entirely sure. Ah, there we go. I'm trying to find my downed bridge officer there. Oh. Yeah, I am totally bad health. Let's see, I think this is a healing crystal of some kind. Nope, it's not. And wouldn't you know it, my doctor is doing anything but giving me something to heal me on. Thank you, doctor. That said, I'm probably asking a lot for someone who has exactly one medical ability. Okay, let's grab the toys left behind. There's irony. Hyposprays. Do I have hyposprays actually available here? Because if I do, I'm going to feel really stupid. What devices do I have on here? What was this? Yeah, it is a kind of healing crystal, but it's a lousy healing crystal. I'll be better off with, you know, actual medical stunts. I put some of this stuff in the bank somewhere along the line. Okay, Madron. I'm afraid we've trashed your place pretty badly.
Well played. But you haven't won yet. With just a push of a button, I'll beam out to my ship and leave you here for whatever bounty hunters or mercenaries that come along.
Do I really need a Deadpa to help me on this? Seriously?
Oh, not much. Other than I've broken through the jamming and, contacted our ships. It appears they've locked their weapons onto Madron's ship north. All of them.
Okay, I'll give you that one a good part.
You wouldn't dare! You couldn't! Could you?
I don't have a friend in the galaxy right now, except for maybe Captain Sean of the Enterprise, who I'm pretty sure is on our side. So, really, what do I have to lose by letting Starlight in ya?
First the Klingons betray me, and now this! I'd have better luck dealing with the Borg.
Why does that feel like
Fine, you
foreshadowing?
win. The field's down. Now get out of my bar!
And good
Let's get
riddance.
moving before I change my mind and shoot this little capac for his betrayal.
I'm willing to turn my back for a few minutes. But no, I'm in Starfleet. I don't do that sort of thing.
If the Ferengi hasn't told Jempak and Imperial Security where we are by now, I'll eat cold, dead gawk. We need to get moving.
Eloquently descriptive.
As ready as possible under the circumstances. Industry has become considerably more inhospitable, and it wasn't terribly pleasant to begin with.
Oh, come on. It's the planet of galactic peace. How could it not be pleasant? Oh, nice. The Rotaran. There's a nice callback. That was Martok's ship back in the Dominion War, so it makes sense he'd still be using it.
The crew of the Cold Star stands ready. Some of us a little more than others.
How's that?
What can I say? This caper's gonna be a real peach. Hell, I'd have signed up just for the bragging rights. Well, that said, the latinum we're getting for this is gonna spend mighty nicely. Think I might spend the entire summer on Risa. Y'all seen those cute little statues they got there? Whew! Girl can get into all sorts of mischief with one of those.
Yeah, time to go. Why do I know in my heart of hearts that it's going to be Wilkins who stabs us in the back? It's just a feeling. So here we are at the Gorath system.
The Lucara is engaging the enemy ahead. I see no need for Jaula to claim all the glory for herself. Prepare for battle! Kabla!
Well, we could always just let her get shot up a bit. I mean, it doesn't bother me. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Blah, blah, blah. I charged up those torpedoes a little early. Now, so the Vulcan ship here is a science. I've got access to all these handy little abilities like targeting these auxiliary. They must have changed the sort order on these things. It used to be different. It used to be in alphabetical order, so it was nice and easy for you to remember. I don't know when or how that changed, but it's annoying. I also have sensor analysis over here that I didn't
We
bother
must
using.
act quickly. I was able to jam transmissions from the Loyalist vessels, but one of the cowards managed to escape the battle. It will not be long before he returns with reinforcements.
Alright, we're ready to go.
Good. Meet me at the following coordinates within the facility.
Is that smart?
I am not a leader who hides behind their allies like Jempak. If the key to his defeat lies in that stronghold, I will be there to seize it. Do I make myself clear?
Charming. Sure, the more the merrier.
Arms are done growling at each other. We have work to do on Gorath. At it, Pop. Remain in orbit on Overwatch. With luck, we'll get what we need before the entire Empire comes to end us.
Let's hope. Let's beam it down. Same landing party. I'm doing consistency today.
This place used to be a stronghold for House Torg. I recognize the lingering stench of cowardice and dishonor.
Oh, now it seems to belong to the Imperial Security
We can mock
Forces.
our enemies later, General. Until then, we have work to do.
Man, I really want to shoot her.
About that. I took a little peek at the data flow around here, and I've located a prime access point. It's not far. I should be able to get what we need there.
Look for Data Core Alpha. And, oh yeah, we try not to die. Now, since this is a kind of new-looking map, I'm guessing that the revamped Klingon missions will be making use of this at some point. I don't think this door will open. Nope. Light was not green, so no love. That light is green, so that door will open. Unfortunately, my mini-map is showing me lots of bad guys on the other side. Let's give him a greeting gift with a grenade. Yeah, high moving target, rapid moving targets. Yeah, they redid the targs. They look a lot meaner now. Okay, I definitely I need to get my bridge officers a little higher level so they can do more healing. This is crazy. Either that or I could, you know, train my Evelyn officer there, my other tactical officer. Get her draw fire so she has aggro. I'm assuming that Wilkins was talking about this door because it's the only one that looks green. Yes. Oh, you know what? They're that way, we're this way. Okay, never mind. Up, and naturally Martok makes a mess out of things almost right away. On the other hand, if he wants to draw aggro, that works for me. It's a pleasure not to be, you know, target number one.
Another glass door unlocked. You're welcome.
Oh, sure, now you unlock the door. Why couldn't you do that when we were, you know, trying to avoid that
There's
attack?
our console. Back there in the corner.
Yes, I can tell by the strange bouncing arrow.
All right, all right, all right. Here we go, folks. Stand back and watch this magic happen. Oh, and if you don't mind, just keep any uninvited guests.
Oh, it's one of those little objectives.
I'd be much obliged.
One of those objectives where hordes of people come in and ignore us and start targeting her, and she starts whining because we can't kill them fast enough. I hate those.
Flanking damage detected.
Well, the good news is she's not whining. The bad news is she's still being shot. I imagine she's dead. It'll be kind of hard for her to finish the job. Still, she's doing her job and she's not complaining about being shot at. So, as far as I'm concerned, that makes her better than roughly 9/10 of the people who have been involved in this kind of objective. Well, these guys are giving me great flanking shots and nothing else. Time to change up weaponry here.
I think they're learning just how dangerous they are.
Don't brag about that too loudly, Martok. They might decide to send more. Yeah, this is the one of the promotional rewards I'd gotten somewhere along the line, the Platinum Discovery Arrow weapon. It felt appropriate for me to use for this character.
Okay, good news, bad news time. Which one you want first?
Bad news.
Yeah. Bad news is they broke it up, stored it in several systems here. This here's the first system. I need to crack the next one to get to the rest of the goods.
Okay, now what about the good part?
Well, the good news is I extracted some of the data you were looking for. It's encrypted, but I can crack that later. Ready to move on, boss?
Yep. Okay, looks like I can go through the side door here.
Console's behind that big door, at the end of the hall.
Well, so far so good. Doesn't look like there's anybody between us and... I can't ignore that, can I? All these glowy things? I've got to see what's in them. Armor! Purple quality armor. Hey, that works for me.
Here we go again, folks. You know the drill. Keep me safe, get your data. I like the keep me safe part more myself.
It does work fast. Oops, bad luck guy. You know, there was a time when Sword Master was really terrifying to fight. Of course, I shouldn't taunt Fate like that because, you know, history might repeat itself at any moment. Wilkins is almost done here because this is not going exactly great. Yeah, nothing. Martok is under control.
You squirrely son of a... Yes, definite problem. Some sneaky bastards in the system with me. They shunted the last bit of data before I could grab it.
I'm tired of bad news.
It ain't all bad. I managed to lock the network down before they could get it out or delete it. It's stuck in another system, though. If we hurry, we can get to it before whoever's blocking me does.
Could be a car. Doesn't sound like Timpok. Timpok's not that subtle. But a car? I can see him being that subtle. Everybody here? 1, 2, 3. I've got two people who... Oh, no wonder I'm having my hind end kicked so badly. Two of my people are just sitting around back there, not doing anything. Oh. How about that? Regroup bridge officers. When was that a thing? Well. That is useful. I wonder if that's in other missions too. I wonder how long that's been there and I never noticed. All I gotta say is that's going to solve a lot of problems on a lot of maps if that's a regular feature now.
Like that locked door was going to stop me. Huh.
Oh Christ, I picked up a tribble. Get rid of that thing. We don't do tribbles. Well, that's a bad sign.
Jempak wants them alive. Deny them an honorable death.
Oh, good. That means they want to put us. They want to torture us to death before we die. Awesome. I'm gonna put getting captured low on the code list.
Door on the right-hand side.
Oh, then by all means, let's go in.
Gonna need an extra set of hands here. Our mysterious friend might try to stop me. And I need one of you to run interference for me in the upper security system while I get the data.
Okay, sounds like there's going to be a catchy mini game hiding here somewhere. Let's see, Imperial Security. Yep, it's familiar, alright. This game was introduced by the dilithium mining stuff, and it's been used for a number of other events in the game. And complete bypass.
Do you have it? Did you extract the final evidence?
Bilkins.
We got it all right, but the other side knows we did too. You ask me, it's time to get out of here while the getting's good. We can't beam out of here. Room's heavily shielded. Might have better luck in the room just outside, though.
Well, might as well get ready for bad things. Yeah, it smelled like a cutscene waiting to happen.
And so your treason, your dishonor grows.
Yeah, there's a car. Oh, come on. You think we can't fight our way out of this?
Thank you. The evidence you've collected will help me keep Jempak in line. After I take it from your corpses, of course.
Oh, catchy.
You like my pet?
Good heavens.
It has half your looks and twice your brains.
At least I have
Martok
both
is
my
some
eyes,
troll.
old man. Training Togs for battle has been a family specialty for centuries. According to legend, my ancestors could fire lightning from their eyes. With this power, they tamed the first wild Togs. Primitive, superstitious nonsense. But in battle, such nonsense can be most effective. As you are about to learn.
Mahri, you dishonor your house and your people. I will drag you to the deepest pit in Grethel and leave you to rot.
You will do little more
you
than
say?
fill the belly of my beast.
I'm sorry, I'm still bitter about Tula.
You will never live to see the day where I am the Chancellor.
Well,
But on
he's
a
right
my
there.
empire. Kill them. Make sure the beast is well fed before you return. We will not meet again. Die well.
Well, you gotta admire his optimism. But being Starfleet, we generally don't die all that quickly or easily. Yikes, I'm already down. Some of these guys are really vicious, so we gotta get some of the cannon fodder out of the way first. Clear the board so we don't have all these extra players in the game, so to speak. I have no idea if they've got reinforcements coming in or what, but our people are in bad shape here.
Flanking damage detected.
Okay, let's run around this way. Yeah, they're having more people moved in because there's no way I haven't cleaned out this area yet. And we gotta respawn now. Fine, if they can Zerg, so can we. This is getting a little ridiculous. Oh Christ, what are those? Oh goodness, I think I got some flanking on that guy, so... Oh, I can't flank on him anymore.
I will give you what you get. A warrior death.
Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to do it like that. They just keep coming until you get to get rid of the big guys, so... Future reference.
We have the evidence of Jempok's crimes, but it still needs to be revealed to each and every Klingon.
And how are we planning on doing that?
Once I am back on the Lucara, I will breach security on one of the comsats in orbit over Gorath. After that, I will transmit the evidence of Jempok's crimes throughout the Empire.
Yeah, you're going to need protecting, aren't you?
I think I can quicken that up considerably. I've seen enough of their code to crack one of their comsats like an egg.
That could work.
That is acceptable. Your assistance will be appreciated, Wilkins, and well rewarded. Enough talk. The means to end Jempok's reign is in our grasp. It is time we put it to use. Kapla!
I'm still thinking this is going to end poorly.
Lucara is in position. We are about to begin the process.
Well, get started.
And by we, she means me. Hi! First time I've ever been on a Klingon ship, and it's nice and all, but I could do without all the red lights. Makes me nervous.
Eye strain.
After what we just went through, this will be a walk in the park. But seriously, keep the Lucara in one piece and
Voices
everything
are a
will
little
work
better
out
now.
just fine.
Yeah.
Check your long-range sensors. A fleet of Klingon vessels is approaching at high warp. I doubt they are coming for blood wine and gah.
I think that's unnecessarily pessimistic. Maybe they are here just to crank out a few barrels and have a good meal and... Yeah. Red alert, everybody.
This pathetic crusade of yours ends here and now. Ah, Jempok's here. Saves me the trouble of hunting him down.
Okay, we're going to make use of the science information in a bit. See if I can move. Not good, not good. Shields. Yeah, I'm going after the big guy early because, well, we've already seen that that seems to be the winning strategy here. Otherwise, it'll just be endless spawns. Or so I'm going to choose to believe. Uh-oh, not good, not good, not good. Oh, don't whine to me about assistance. We're only outnumbered 1,000,000,000 to 1. kind of tempted to sit here and doesn't that everything.
With House Lokai. Death to Jumpa.
You know, I don't necessarily see that as improving the situation. If you want to stand with House Martok, yeah, you know I said I was going to go after the big guy, but that didn't work out so well, so it's time to use alternative means of dealing with the problem. Yeah, I know, and I feel terrible about that. Really, I do. It's possible that I'm lying. I might still be a little bitter about our previous fights over the centuries. On the bright side, the hatching progress looks like it's almost done. I'm sure it is. I'm not sure Kula really understands that he's not exactly a friend.
I speak now to all within the Klingon Empire. Bear witness to the treason of Jempak,
The true mastermind behind the attack at Kittima.
Fire the weapon!
He burned the weapon. This dishonor must be avenged. Ah, nothing but more Mokai lies.
Neither Jempak nor Chakula stick to lead. I will not follow either of them into battle.
Hey, we have a third alternative.
Has lost its way. Helm, set a course for home. Our house must secure its own path forward. Alone.
The situation has not improved.
They are leaving. They abandon us.
Cowards! Traitors all! The great houses have lost their honor. It does not matter. The Empire has no need of a High Council. All it needs is an Emperor.
It was all in vain. The battle was won, but the alliance of the great houses, my brother's greatest work, is lost.
That bodes ill for the whole alliance thing. I mean, kind of have to have.
Yet the victory we have earned is bereft of glory. This has taken a toll on Lady Jaula. I believe she has suffered a crisis of faith. We must leave this place before Emperor Jumpak sends more of his rabid targs to attack.
Just remind Lady Jaula that a good chunk of this is her fault. Just saying. Well, that could have gotten better.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapenthe, the Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories of the great Klingon heroes.
Okay, now you can talk, Deadpot.
Jimbock, in his first act as Emperor, has dismissed the High Council. The alliance of the great houses forged by Tukuvma has been shattered. Those who have not sworn fealty to Jimbock have split to pursue their own agendas. Only a scant few still stand with House Mokai. Lady Jaula believes she must follow in her brother's footsteps and seek the wisdom of the monks on board. Only there she will discover what must be done to restore the Empire and defeat Jumpok. Now that our names have been cleared, we can move openly again within the Empire. I will contact you when the time comes to travel to Volref.
Now that our names have been cleared, I'm not sure why we should be cooperating with Rula anymore. Especially since, you know, she and Zimpok have more or less broke the houses. I can see working with Bartok, but yeah, this is going to be one of those things they're just going to turn a blind eye to, aren't they? Okay, I got a pair of interesting rewards to play with here. I could go with this energy dampening armor, or I could go with this really catchy nanopulse staff rifle.
Congratulations, Commander.
That has gotten me another level. So I'm going to grab the ablative hull plating. Make my ship good and strong. I get to choose between hangar health or battery expertise. Since I don't plan on getting a ship that uses hangars, battery expertise by default the choice to make here. And just for the giggle value, we're going to visit the Starship Bridge, just so I can see what this weapon is like. So let's see. We will replace my Bajoran weapon there, which is useful all the time, with this new weaponry. It's not as impressive as I thought it was going to be. Maybe it'll look more impressive in a fight, but oh well, it's catchy enough. I'm willing to hold on to it. Oh, there he is. Inspecting the weapon, testing it out. Okay, so that's the new episode for the latest Star Trek Online release. Now you'll have noticed that I had gotten event progress. That might require a little elaboration. See, when you do certain events, and in this case it's either the episode or one of the task forces, or more accurately, the task force synthwave. More on that momentarily. You do one of those, you get daily progress, and you do this 20 times, then you get the special reward for the event, which in this case is a set called the Imperial Rift set. And it seems to be... Yes, it is a space set. I needed to double check on that because, you know, it's hard to tell for sure. Oh, of course, if I just read the title, perhaps that would have been my first clue. Imperial Rift space set. Although I do like the 4P set bonus name. Because we can. Mycelium emitters, that's not a good thing. That's the kind of thing that's kind of causing messes in the first place. And it's going to consist of a shield array, impulse engines, deflector, and your choice of warp core or singularity core. You might actually get both of them, but you can only really use one of them on the ship because singularity cores only work on Romulan warbirds, and warp cores are everybody else. Now, if you've gotten the grand prize here, you can keep playing it and get bonus rewards. So that's not going to be a problem for this character since I only break him out for, you know, these new episodes. Now, speaking of Synthwave. Synthwave is going to be a space task force, which is good. It is going to be a holodeck simulation of the 2385 synth attack on Mars. Now, as I understand it, this is during the setting of the series Picard, which is on CBS All Access. So, by definition, I've not seen any of those episodes. Although I have hopes that maybe in 2 or 3 years I'll be able to see them on broadcast if they continue doing what they're doing with Discovery right now. Discovery is being shown on CBS 10 o'clock Eastern on Thursday nights, I believe. So I am actually able to see the series for the first time. It's only season 1. So maybe this time next year they'll do season 2. Maybe. Or maybe not. Who knows? This could be just because of the current pandemic situation and the trouble it causes for just about every profession out there. But I'm digressing. Since this is a space simulation, and since I still have plenty of time left in this stream, let's go into Synthwave and see what it's like. It should kick on pretty quickly because, well, it's the new hotness. I'm sure people are going to want to be doing it. And there it is. We'll read the briefing first and see what that has to say. It may be as simple as blow them all up. That would simplify life.
Captains, it is with solemn purpose that we ask you to partake in this simulation. History is often a teacher. It lets us analyze our mistakes and our triumphs. Indeed, the lessons of history can help us to better ourselves. To this end, you will be taught the tragedy of the synth attack on Mars in 2385. The synth are compromising the defense network. Engineers are stranded on the surface and need to be transported to safety. Rescued engineers can be beamed to transport vessels. Transports will rendezvous back at the orbital habitat to load additional refugees for evacuation. Engineers can also be transported to mothballed starships. Once there, they can activate those vessels to assist in the fight. Once resisting the synth advance is no longer tenable, the synth are turning the defense net against targets on Mars. They make their way to the navigation.
Okay, so it's grab people to beam out.
Evacuate the engineers at the outer perimeter first.
Let's see if I can sneak my way through. Oh, we have a limit here. Awesome. I guess I have to get in the ring here. Yes. That's one. Well, that was easy. So it's a pretty straightforward situation. Oh good, transporters are still working. Although the fact my shields are kind of kicking on kind of makes me wonder. I might as well do D because everybody else is going to. Okay, transport. There's a guy who can take 2. Now we'll get a cruiser active on us, I guess. So we can miss that. And I still have somebody here. Seems to be a pretty straightforward scenario. Oops. Too fast. up. And I need to start dumping people off. Oh, that's something that's possibly helpful. Oh, command battle cruiser. Now that's something that could be helpful. Someone from the surface, and I can move the third out there. Not good for a shot at from behind. Being into the battleship. Alright. Let's get the good guys rolling. Safe zone shrinks in 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to mean, but probably nothing good. I've also lost 3 transports, so I guess they can be zapped well in
Defense
advance.
satellites are turning to Sim control. The operational area is about to get smaller.
Picket ships, fall back to the next defensive perimeter.
Give me a second to get this last guy out of here, huh? There we go. Start beating people back in the transports.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Oh, I need that transport. Don't be taken away. Reference box by accident.
The outer perimeter is lost. Fall back and rescue as many people as you can.
Thank you for that insight. It's being worked on.
Target shield.
First on the surface, we get another Federation cruiser rolling. I really need to get that rear slot filled up for rear torpedo of some kind. Safe zone takes 3 minutes-ish. I wonder how many shrinkages we have to worry about. Battleship. If I can get another battle cruiser rolling, that would be great. While I do find the particular mechanics interesting, it's not exactly what you would call thrilling. Not to the transport. I want to beat to the big boy. I got these guys on. It's not. And that guy should be active. Seven out of 10 cruisers hyperactive, 2 out of 15 frigates. We lost 16 transports. Hope they didn't have crew on them. Let me rephrase that. Hope they didn't have evacuees on them.
More satellites are coming under synth control. Operational area is approaching 50%.
Those satellites will pulverize us if we stay here. Pull back!
I wonder just how much we'll pull back when we get into this round. Seconds. I wonder what happens if we're too far outside the perimeter when it collapses. That's one of those curious details.
We're almost out of ships to bring survivors to. Bring any additional crews to the station and beam them over. It's only a matter of time before the defense net destroys everything on the surface. Beam up any remaining survivors and get them to the safe zone.
Yes, well, I find I get around any survivors, I'll be more than happy to do so. One. Faster, spaceship, faster. And one more. Let's make this at full speed. Now we'll make use of the basic maneuver speed. I did not want to grab that box. Okay. Back to the base.
Fall back to the station. The safe zone is only 15 kilometers in radius.
That's what I like about this guy. Nothing but good news.
Deploying additional transport and has begun evacuation procedures.
Pull back to the station perimeter. Do not let the synth through.
You're beginning to get a Kobayashi Maru feel out of all this. You probably are not wrong. There's another command battle cruiser that's just waiting, but it's not going to get over the next 7 seconds.
All ships, total defense net corruption is imminent. Ensure as many transports escape the area as possible.
Forward right perimeter. People separate from those transports so they can escape.
Transports en route to Beacon Alpha are requesting protection.
Oh great, they're coming in multiple directions. That's going to complicate things. Oh, looks like Alpha's
Transports heading to Beacon Beta Beta. Escort them to safety.
I'm kind of concerned about the ones in Gamma at the moment, but sure, why not?
Transport inbound to Beacon Gamma. We're counting on you.
Yeah, this is not the way to get on my good side. Cool.
Transport are en route to Beacons Alpha and Beta.
That is an awful lot of transformers.
Transport en route to Beacons Beta and Gamma.
These are plenty of drops in this fight. Equipping the ship will be pretty straightforward if there's, you know, anything worth having.
Transports are headed to all three beacons.
They're doing their best to make life rough on me. But that's the whole point behind a task force, isn't it? It's not meant to be easy. And given how this battle went in history, easy is probably not the term I would use. I hope those transports remaining are good. Five more transports. One more. All transports are out. Oh great, we still gotta deal with the big boys. You would think they'd be able to take care of themselves. Oops. I am outside that perimeter. Lesson learned. One cruiser is out. Frigates are out. Oh man, there's like a zillion drops going on here. I'm gonna fill up my inventory. All frigates are saved, all cruisers are saved, all battleships are saved.
Captains, the simulation is now concluded. Though it may not seem it, that was a fine showing. In the face of insurmountable odds, your actions would have saved many lives had you been present on that fateful day. Well done.
How did we do? It wasn't horrible. Cruisers took a beating. Frigates took a beating. Still, 118 out of 182 marks. That ain't bad.
Though it may not seem it, that was a fine showing.
I will grab the Discovery marks because, well, this is a Discovery era character.
Had you been present on that fateful day.
Congratulations.
Well done.
And another level. And an overflow bag because I got too much bloody loot. That's... I just want to leave that alone for now. I'm going to leave the simulation. It isn't catching I like the mechanic where you can see how many people you've beamed aboard your ship and you can deliver it. I like that mechanic. I could see that being useful in future mission designs. Since our name is now officially cleared, I can transwarp to Sol, and I'm going to ditch some of the stuff in my inventory because really it's filling up my inventory and I need it gone. And at the same time, some of it I'm not willing to get rid of exactly. So step one, hit the bank. Then I can start determining what to sell off. Or use even. Some of the stuff I picked up may be better than what I have on my ship right now. I wasn't paying all that close attention because I was busy being shot at. And it's just doing a slow load. There we are. A smart guy would probably go to Starfleet Academy to do all this, because it's probably not crowded. But why would I change my ways now? Now, if I had not already done the new episode, that task force would have also counted for that event progress. So, just a handy thing to keep in mind. We will go towards the exchange area. Near the exchange area. I really want to get over here where they have terminals for bank. Now my bank is completely empty, so I've apparently never put anything in here whatsoever, so this feels like a great time to move some stuff out. Like a bunch of these holographic things I got for original crew. I had gotten those as a kind of reward for having spent a heap of money on the, I believe it was the one of the Victory's Life's packs. I also got the Holo Lita the same way. All these low-level discovery weapons I'm going to store in here as well. As well as the, well, those are Discovery era phasers too, so. At some point, I think what I might consider doing is upgrading some of these to higher level equipment so they can keep using Discovery era weaponry even in this more modern era. I'm not likely to be using this Klingon Batleth, so we'll store that. Not willing to ditch it either, so. Let's see, what else we got in here that I'm not really going to bring out the Tardigrade companion. It's just not me. Oh, Discovery era photon launcher. Is that upgradable? I don't think it's upgradable. It's not upgradable. All that said, I bet you if I looked really hard at the Discovery reputation stuff, take the R&D stuff. Oh, I accidentally put it in the bank. Let's deal with that in a minute. I have a platform prototype planned, but I don't think I can actually use. I don't think they're even usable in the game. So why don't I just sell that? Discovery era phaser cannons. Well, no, they can't be phaser error, discovery error, because they're Mark IVs. That might just be the way they look now. Don't know. Mark 12 Crenum Chronoton. Okay, that must have been from one of the previous episodes that I've done, which I can't use. Or maybe it was from a task force. Nanopulse Mechliths. Not likely to use them anytime soon. Now, the Infinity Lockboxes are one of those things that have a whole bunch of possible hits in them. So they're the only lockboxes that I bother to ever hold on to. So I'm just going to store them in the bank. My account bank, that is. I usually put things I share between characters on here. You'll notice I've got a whole bunch of the Christmas items in here and the summer event favors that I didn't do at all this year. A couple of crates of specialization points. I didn't think I could put those in here at any point, but I guess I did. So one of my characters is going to get a bounty of 3 extra specialization points somewhere along the line. It's just not going to be today. I'm going to put the Bajorn. Gotta go back to the main bank for that. I want to put the Bajorn weapon in here too, even though I'll probably get around to using it again, but right now I want to play with the new toy I picked up from this episode mission. Alright, next step. Equipping. Let's take a look at the Soval first. We're still using... that must be why I have the spare cannon. It probably goes here whenever I get to unlock the ship. Not long ago, Tier 6 ships were allowed to be used at any level, but the catch to that is you don't have full access to all of its abilities until they unlock as you level. So I can't use all my engineering consoles or science consoles or tactical consoles. Or, as it turns out, one of my forward weapons. But I will be able to somewhere along the line. And apparently I am able to get experience towards my Starship Mastery unlocks. And I have already unlocked 2 of them, which was the accuracy and exotic damage. I'm not really sure that I have any exotic damage set up. Something to look into. In any event, console-wise, I have a phaser relay to increase phaser damage. I like that better than the warhead chamber I've got, so I'll replace that. This will give an additional help to perception, but cloaked vehicles aren't anything I really worry that much about. Ironically, I have another warhead bonus here too, but I like the energy weapons a little bit better right now. Shields are usually the big problem. And that may be it for starship equipment. For me, well, these are baseline, but they are better than the shields I'm using now, so I get a shield. Evelyn gets a shield. Ian gets a shield. I'm not sure how I pronounced that, so I'm gonna it's going to be the noise I make for him. He gets a better shield. Armor. He doesn't have any armor, so we're going to give him that armor. For me, I'm taking that purpley armor that I picked up. And we'll give the hand-me-down to Ian. Or maybe I'll just give Ian the Mark 6 armor there. And I think that does it for that. Weaponry. I'm pretty good with my weapons. Evelyn could use an upgrade. We'll give her the standard. Well, she's tactical, so I want to give her something that actually hurts. Tetrion sniper rifle will hurt. That's a discovery weapon, so I will not be trying to sell that off at any point. Ian is currently using the nanopulse disruptor pistols from a previous mission, and is using an Alachi crescent pistol, which apparently will level up as he does. I see no reason to take that away from him. At this point, just about everything else in my inventory is up for grabs. I will bank the Discovery Era rifle again. But I believe, and I'm going to bring this up here, I'll clear this spot by opening my inventory for my R&D stuff, one of the rewards I got from the task force. And I deserve more medical equipment after that encounter, don't you think? I will slap in more of these shield batteries here. I also have a shield engine battery I put in here. I can't remember exactly how I got it. It's not that important. Okay, I'm reasonably sure that none of these are going to be what you would call great for the exchange. But we'll take a look to see if there's anything I can put up there anyway. I really like the way they updated the exchange when they revamped the space dock here. I really, really like the way they did the exchange. So let's open up the inventory and see what's sellable that's got at least a shot at selling for money. Unfortunately, the answer is quickly becoming nothing. Because that's about, ooh, here we go, bind on equip a plasma cube. Let's see how much that will go for. Oh, that's a poor sign. Okay, that didn't work out well either because I'm getting all the Mark 5, I think, might be Lieutenant Commander. It was not Lieutenant Commander. Or maybe it was. No, it's Commander. Okay, they'll sell for 8,000. The value on this thing is 9,000. So I could probably get away with bringing this up to 4,000. Honestly, I don't actually expect it to sell either, but we try things. I might get lucky. It could happen. Photon detonation assembly. How much could that bring me? Someone is selling theirs for 1 million. I think that is ridiculously overpriced, especially for a commander level item. So I'm going to undercut him dramatically at 5,000. I don't expect that to sell either. Let's see, account to bind on equip. Okay, phaser sniper rifle can work out, but it's a lieutenant commander item. So let me change that down. Okay, poor sign. Let's see if I can pull anything at that range. 390 some. I think some of these people are incredibly optimistic if they think they're going to sell for those numbers. Value at a little under 2,500. So you know what? I'm going to go to 50,000. I still think that's horribly overpriced. But you know, we'll see what the market can bear. Mark 5 disruptor. That is a commander level item. Now see, these are numbers I kind of expect. 1500, of course that's a common quality. So somewhere between 1500 and 20,000 apparently. Actual value at 2660. So I'll let you go at 7,000. Yet another one I don't expect to sell. And a white quality console. At this point, I believe I've sold in the auction block everything that's worth selling. So the next thing is to do straight sales, which I can't do in here. I'll have to go to the provisioning area. Back to requisitions. That's a tailor. Haha. These are the guys I want to talk to. Because these are the people I can sell to. Sell. And time to go through and start selling things like crazy. In spite of the fact that they're Mark 12s, I'm going to sell them anyway. I'll be seeing plenty of those in the future. I'm going to keep the terraforming. I'm going to get rid of that console too. Basically, if it's not a consumable, we are in an everything must go frenzy. Okay, consumable or otherwise potentially usable for future reference. And I'm keeping those dual cannons for also future reference. At least for now. Okay, I've sold off everything I'm willing to sell off. I'll do a sort on my inventory and look at all that space I have available now. Looks so much cleaner. Oh yeah. I have a Temporal Defense Initiative Reputation Sponsored token. I could have sworn there was something I could do with this once upon a time that I don't think is needed now. Of course, I can't do anything anyway because he doesn't have access to that reputation yet. Oops. I forgot my TR-116A sniper rifle. I should bank that too. That was a... Okay, it's a little more complicated than that. It was a pre-order bonus, except that wasn't my pre-order bonus. My pre-order bonus was the Borg Bridge Officer. But because of a issue that happened with my account very, very early on, I was compensated with an unlock of the TR-116 sniper rifle. So that's been a part of my permanent early adventure arsenal ever since. Alright, we are coming upon the 10 o'clock p.m. hour, and that feels like a good place to stop for the night. Next week, as usual, Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we will return to Star Trek Online. Oh, wait, we'll also grab a new skill. We'll go with Shield Hardness. We will pick up with the Romulan adventure with Tel-El, where we'll go into the consequences of having an Iconian gateway on New Romulus, and all the problems that will come out from that, because you know things are going to go horribly wrong with that. Anyway, that'll be, again, next Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. If you have an interest in a different sort of game, however, I also stream Star Citizen on Saturday afternoons from 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern, where I will fly some ships and do some stuff, which may involve blowing other ships up, or it may involve probably almost any kind of activity available. We'll see what happens. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this new episode of Star Trek Online. This will be Korath Landwalker signing off.